All right, another rocky day for stocks, guys. At this point, you know the drill. We're up one day, down the next, and today every index went all over the place, right? A little green, a little red. We had oil up, we had the VIX down, and yeah, we have a lot to cover, guys. Charts, stocks, what I'm doing in this market, kind of where my head's at in the midst of all this rockiness. So, guys, hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, and join my Patreon if you want to keep up with my portfolio updates, and more importantly, be a part of my private Discord community. All that's on Patreon, link down below, pinned in the comments, or go to stocksurfest.com/Patreon if you guys want to join. And shout out to everybody that's been joining, all the new members. I appreciate you guys, and I really hope you're finding value in there. Cheers, and let's dive into the video now. So, like I said, mixed bag across the board for the market. We had the Qs up around, 0.1, 0.2%, not even actually, guys, as the S&P 500 had a red day today, down about the same, or roughly the same as the Qs were up. The S&P went down about 0.25%, a little less than that, as the Dow went down over 0.5%. And the Russell went down almost 0.75%. So rough day for the small caps and the Dow, as the VIX went down about 0.6%, not much, and Brent crude oil went up about 1%, which is not surprising considering what went down over the weekend, and WTI went up a little bit as well, about 1%, as Bitcoin, believe it or not, went up today about 2%, although it's still very much in a downtrend with no signs of breaking out anytime soon, right? So Bitcoin, yeah, somehow that's up. We're not going to dive too deep into that today, guys, but overall, we gave back all the gains throughout the day slowly, which I'm not loving that, guys. I'm not loving that. We gapped up in the morning and we trickled down throughout the day. So you guys can see the S&P, looking at SPY, uptrended all pre-market. We popped at open, and that's pretty much it. We hit 748, which we got pretty close to all-time highs. I mean, not really, I guess, but we got about 12 points away from highs, and we almost took out the highs from, I think, Thursday, or we did actually take the highs out from Friday. Either way, we gave back all the gains, right? We were up in the morning, and we made lower lows, lower highs all day. Same thing with the Qs. You guys see that here on the intraday. We gapped up in the morning, uptrended all pre-market, popped at open to 706, and we closed at 696. We dropped $10 intraday, about 1.5% on the Qs, and the S&P went down intraday about, let's see here, guys, percentage-wise, roughly 0.9%, almost 1% down intraday. So I'm not loving the fact that bears came in hot. We got hit on the 50 moving average on the 1 hour time frame. You guys can see that relief rally we got in the morning, and at open we can see we actually got rejected at a critical support from last week. About a week ago, last Monday, we held 747. We rallied for a couple days off that point on SPY. You guys see we got to 756. And look at the price action. Pay attention. We hit this morning about 747, and on Friday we hit that, and we got rejected both times. We double topped, and now we're starting to drop. You guys see that again as we sold off throughout the day, as we gave back those gains. So at this point, we tried breaking through that 747 point, which was support. Now it's resistance, but we're struggling. We got hit, we got rejected, and now we're holding on to 740 by a thread. And honestly, guys, let me draw this trend line out. If we take out 740 on SPY, this might be going lower. That's where we held back on the 2nd of July, on the 8th of July as well. If SPY takes that out, the reality is we could be going down to the low 730s, which is where we kind of consolidated and chopped around for about a week back in the end of June. So pay attention to this, man. The double top is there. We have a death cross on the 1 hour time frame. If this takes 740 out, we have an open gap down to 730, 732 on SPY. And let me see the Qs quickly. We can see, yeah, same type of price action here. We got hit at about 702, 703, which on the Qs that was support for quite a little bit, couple weeks, all throughout the middle end of June. Pretty much up until a couple days ago, we held support at 700, 702. Then we fell through it on Thursday in the aftermarket into Friday, and we got hit both times we rallied today. We got hit at 702, 703, and on Friday, same thing. So that's not a great sign. Not a great sign, but big but here. If we look at the 4-hour chart on the Qs, we're still above 690, 695, which is a big support. I know this looks like it's all over the place, which it is. It has been. The chart is very wacky over the last couple of months, 2 months, but we are still maintaining 690, 695, which has been support really since the beginning, middle of May. And if that breaks on the Qs, that is where we might get a good chunk of more downside. That would be a little worrisome in the short term for the bulls. Where could we go? Potentially 670, 668. That's a gap to fill here, maybe down to 680. These are some levels that we could go down to. And look, that's if we break 690, which as of right now, the fact that we're getting rejected at 700, we're pushing back under that point. I'm not loving it. I'm not loving it in the short term, but keep your eyes on 690. If that breaks, yeah, more downside is coming on the Qs. Pay attention, guys. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'm curious. And by the way, make sure to subscribe. I think 50% of you on YouTube watch the content, which I appreciate, but you're not subscribing. And we're almost at 70K subs, and we want to get to 100K subs eventually, guys. And I need you all to help your boy out. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the follow button if you're watching on Facebook, which, funny enough, on Facebook, we're closer to 100K than here on YouTube, way closer. And I started Facebook way after my YouTube channel. Isn't that crazy? It's how it goes sometimes, guys, and I'm not mad about it. Shout out to all you guys on Facebook. So that's a quick breakdown on the Qs, the S&P, and the Dow and the Russell, guys. Don't even worry. Dow looks like it's pulling down towards this 180 moving average. I think we'll find support anywhere between 50 to 50,500 to about 51.5. I think we'll find support in this window right here. And the Russell, it's holding an uptrend as well above the 180 SMA. Maybe this comes down a little more. Maybe it finds support at 28, 2,900. Either way, uptrend looks great. Bull market strong. No real complaints. The big drag on the market, and we all know this, is the AI trade right now. The chips, memory, some tech stocks, not all, but some tech stocks, and that's why the Nasdaq looks terrible compared to the Russell, the Dow, even the S&P. But yeah, the Russell and the Dow, they're fine. I mean, look, those indices have been crushing it, whereas the Qs recently have hit a plateau. Same with the S&P. But either way, that's a quick rundown on the overall indices. Bitcoin's up, oil's up, not surprising. VIX down, okay, not bad, but still elevated to where it was a couple weeks ago. VIX is at 18, almost 19 actually, and we were just at 15 about a week or two ago. So yeah, that's creeping up, and it's nowhere near where it was even a couple weeks ago and a couple months ago. Hopefully it doesn't get there, back to the high 20s, low 30s, mid 30s. Hopefully it doesn't get there, but who knows? Who really knows at this point in time? So overall, guys, we had some red, although the Qs went up, but not really. We didn't have much red on my watch list. A lot of these stocks went up today. We had, let's go through a couple of these. We had Roblox, which we haven't talked about in a long time, nor do I really want to talk about them too much, but Roblox had a very nice recovery day today. Maybe it's starting to reverse, break out slightly. I mean, we have earnings coming up. We're actually trading above the 180 SMA for the first time in months right now. So maybe something will happen here. Maybe a miracle happens with Roblox with earnings, but I'm not touching this thing until it takes out 60 to 65 at least. And right now we're at 54. So keep that in mind. But Roblox had a green day today. Stocks, a lot of the Chinese names, Alibaba, 4% green day. We had Tencent, I just saw it. Where the heck did it go, guys? Tencent had roughly a 4% green day. These are also very beaten up, trying to break out, heading into earnings here in a couple of weeks. So keep your eyes on some of these Chinese tech giants. We had Circle Internet Group. Decent relief rally, although it's still very beaten up, and I'm not really interested in buying that one yet. But one that I am looking to buy more of potentially is Alphabet, depending on how it does after earnings. And this stock had a nice rebound today, GOOG or GOOGL, depending on the class of shares you're looking at. But I'm looking at GOOG here, trading at 351. Holding above the highs from a couple months ago. Earnings are coming up on Wednesday. I like the setup here. I like the setup on Alphabet. Tesla looks a bit beaten up into earnings, guys. We're down to 370. Looks like we're testing the lows now from a couple weeks ago where we hit about, 370, 365 back in the end of June, about a month ago, 3 weeks ago. So this is going to be a big test. If Tesla takes out 370, guys, which it might, who knows? I think it's going to be way too beaten up in the short term. I'm looking to buy shares. I was actually about to buy shares at the end of the day today, but I held off, and I'm looking to buy them potentially tomorrow if 370 really cleanly breaks. I think it'll be a gift. Getting Tesla at 350, in the 340s if it gets there. I'm looking to buy. I don't know about you guys, but I'm looking to buy more because I think we're going to 500. I've been saying that for a while. I'll say it again. I think we're going to 500, and I'm looking to hold the stock until we get there. And I don't think it's going to take much longer here, guys. I really don't. Let's see. What else ended up moving today? We had, again, Google, Tesla, not too bad. Well, Tesla had a 3% red day. But I'm saying it's not too bad because it's getting closer to a bigger buy for me. I'm excited. I want lower prices, guys, believe it or not. Crazy, it's... You get a better value at lower prices. Mind-blowing, right, guys? What else did well? Microsoft had a 2% green day. It's actually back over 400, but nowhere near actually breaking out in the descending triangle. Guys, it's there, which worries me a little bit. But hey, we held 350 back a couple weeks ago, a couple months ago, so maybe that is a double bottom breakout in the making. But we got to actually break out, take out this trend line, and I think once we start pushing the low mid 400s, I think that's where the momentum can really pick up here on Microsoft. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. So not a bad day, not a bad start to the week, even though 3 out of the 4 indices were down. I would say not a bad start to the week still. And we'll see again overall how the Qs respond to the 690, 695 level. If we get a bounce back through 700, 705, that would be ideal. But that's a big if in the short term. We'll see. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. And again, subscribe and join my Patreon if you all want to keep up with my portfolio updates, trading alerts, my chart ideas throughout the week. If you want to be a part of the private Discord community, all that's linked down below, pinned in the comments, or go to stasurfest.com/Patreon. And with that being said, guys, cheers. I'll see you all in the Patreon or in the next video.